Welcome back to Ask NCM. I'm Steve Hall at the NCM Institute. Today I have a question from a service manager that says, what is a tip that you could give me to help me increase production in my shop? Now obviously there's a million answers to this question, but I'm going to give you one that's really near and dear to me in the way I look at things. It has to do with technician to advisor ratio. What we sometimes forget is that the ratio of our production staff to our selling staff, if it's out of whack, either too high or too low, can dramatically affect our production abilities. So I like to see this ratio fall in typically for an import shop at about 3 technicians to 1 advisor, and on a domestic shop about 3.5 technicians to 1 advisor. That seems to be the sweet spot. If you're off by more than about a half person either direction, too high or too low, it can dramatically affect your production in the shop. What happens is if you have too many technicians per advisor as this ratio, then the advisors physically can't sell enough hours in order to make the technicians productive. They just can't get enough sales for that. And on the flip side, if you have too few technicians per advisor, the advisor fills up the hours for the day for the technicians, and then whenever they're full up on the hours, they quit selling. So you actually lose business because they start putting things off rather than getting them taken in. So it's very important to watch this ratio. Again, 3 to 1 on import, 3.5 to 1 on domestic seems to be the sweet spot on that. So even whether you run a dispatch system, electronic dispatch, lateral support, or whatever, you got to take your total technician count, which is main shop and express technicians, and divide it by the number of total advisors you have, both main shop and express dedicated advisors if you have them, to get this number. Very simple calculation. It doesn't matter what your production system is. Just take a look at this big picture and you might find out why you're missing some sales or having some low productivity in your shop. I hope this helps. If you have more questions, please send them in to askncm@ncmassociates.com. I'll be glad to help you with them.